Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. We're playing some Cities Skylines today. We're actually going to start a new city today. Well, hello, greetings. It's been a week since streamed. It's kind of... If you're annoyed by my lack of schedule adherence, try on my side. Oof. It's been crazy times the past, what, 4 weeks? Yeah. Definitely fun times. But hey, no pre-roll ads for the next 30 minutes. Yay. Which means ads will run in 30 minutes. But we got them out of the way during the intro this time, so that's a thing. They finally opened it up to let me run them like in the first minute of the stream. Before, I couldn't run them until 10 minutes in, so people would get re-rolls for the first 10 minutes and then not re-rolls. It's really stupid. Anyways, hello. Hi. I hope you're all well. Ooh, new city indeed. What's up, Nikki? This is a map I really like. I've built a city on it once before, just on my own, never in a stream. And then I made a lot of mistakes. We're not going to repeat those mistakes. Regular map. We have our starting tile here. And I don't really like it because it's just a collector that's connected to the highway in 2 different places. I mean, it's fine as a starting tile. What's nice about this map is it already has power, water, and you can't see it. Oh, maybe we can see it. We can't see it. Over here, it has sewage. Already all hooked up. So that's kind of a nice thing. What I'm going to do is hit 81 tiles and just pick a spot to start instead of the one that they want me to use. I really like to just do that as well, but if I turn it on, I'll forget that it's on, and then that'll cause problems in other cities, I think. So now we've got the whole thing open to us. What's really cool is all of this that, you know, kind of looks like a place for harbors is a place for harbors, including one set up for rail, which is awesome. And there's ship paths that come all the way up into these areas. So kind of cool. It would also be a nice place for some fishing industry, but because there's ship paths, it's better to leave it for cargo. I'm thinking we can maybe get fishing industry in elsewhere, though. It also has this really cool thing over here that I've never really figured out how to integrate. Like, it's got walking paths, right? Or is that a road? That's a walking path. Let's find out. Walking path. You've got a walking path that comes out here and comes over there and then has roads that are inaccessible. But they've built a coliseum out here, and it's really impressive when you look at like what it's made from. Like, it's made from a bunch of these castle wall ruins that you have to like draw on a line. So they painstakingly curved all of those in there and just raised them up and up and up. It's a thing that they've done. So we'll probably do our industry over here is what I'm thinking. Like, just reserve, you know, some of the most beautiful water there is in the map for gross ugly industry, though. We've got a nice beach over here. What's up, Finnick? And I'm thinking I want to start back here. I think that this is a nice starting spot. Just like come off of this, bring it around, and connect there. See if I can't force myself out of a hard grid that I always do. Fingers crossed. I'm not very good at escaping the grid, especially when I've got things like this coming off at 90 degrees from each other, but we're going to give it a shot. Yes, this is much better than the original starting tile's fine over here, but it's, I don't know, it's just, I think a farm would be nice back here, but this is just kind of here. But it's a beautiful map. Tons of roads and highways and interesting interchanges. There's rail already built in like everywhere. And you can see they've even left space for like rail stations and things, which is kind of awesome. But before we can do anything, we have to go find where we were. There we go. And just put down and road. And road, and road, and road. I can spend a little bit more money because, as I mentioned, if I unpause here, we will quickly see power bill under the roads. We should. There it goes. So power is already taken care of. We've got, it says 20 megawatts, but I'm pretty sure it's more than that. I'm pretty sure once the city gets running for a minute, this dam gets going. Yeah, there we go. Once this levels out, it comes out to be like 300-400, I think. But it just takes a while for the water to kind of chill. And then, of course, we also have water. 480,000 cubic meters per week. And, oh my God, already starting with the messing up the usage count. It is the 2nd of the month. And we're already messing it up. So, we could either build a little city back here and maybe connect over that way, or I can start off here. I kind of like starting off here because I've got things that are going to force me away from a hard set grid. We've got a railroad here that I'll have to build around. These don't come in at 90s to each other. This is like my only 90-degree thing here. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pause and get this started. I do want this first bit to come out at a 90. I'm not going to connect there. I may connect off to this side. Maybe, but for now I'm not going to. And then I want to see, so this is like never going to make a nice connection. I mean, it could. I mean, that's technically 180, but that's boring. I think we can all agree that's boring. So I want to do something a little different. And that is now come out in a full curve here. Like, oh, wait. I remember to turn anarchy off. That has been plaguing me since the most recent update. I always forget to turn it off. And then we're going to bring this out like just 2. And then we're going to use the mod to say connect those. So I do get a fairly straight line, but it's not perfectly straight. Like if we look, you can see this is not perfectly straight. So this is not going to give us just a perfect grid by any stretch of the imagination. But now what do I do with it all? That's the question. It's like, I don't know what to do with it now. I think this is going to run out this way. Or maybe up here in TN. So I eventually want to get a bridge to connect this area. So I'm thinking we may do like some power plants and things like that kind of hidden back here. Geothermal makes sense kind of by mountains. So that could be a good place to do that, but we would want connectivity. We can maybe even like stash our garbage back there. And then down here we could do kind of a nice resort area. But I'm getting ahead of myself, as I tend to do. So let's plan out a road network, trying my best to not just make a boring ugly grid. So I'm going to bring this up to about here. And then turn it. Or do I just want a T? I could just do a T junction. Let's go a little bit bigger than that. Give us a slightly better curve. So that's 1.5. There we go. And then that can then come back around a little bit more and kind of go that direction later. I guess. Possibly. I don't know. So what do we want to do here to avoid the grid? I don't know. I always build a grid, so I don't know how to, like, I just don't know how to start a city without a grid. I mean, we've got to obviously have something that comes off of a 90 on this thing, but... So we could do one there, and then could... So then 1, 2, so we went, what, 1, 2, 3, the fourth one. We go 1, 2, 3, 4 more. And then do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. This will get us going at a bunch of different angles, which would be a good thing. And then I think for this, what I want to do is bring this at a bit of a curve. Not much of a curve. I wish this gave me the grid lines like this does. That would be very helpful, because I would like to see the length I'm working with a little bit better. I need to get the, what is the precision road tool? I kind of want this to kind of come around and eventually connect over here somewhere, but maybe not yet. Maybe we bring, like, here. And then connect these two? It's not going to give me a right line, is it? Come on. There we go. There we go. Cool. Yeah, that is what I want. And then we are going to come up about here. And we're going to go... We're going to do a bit of a grid, but not much right here. Just to kind of get us started. I'm going to bring these out at 90s. Go 500 on both of them. I'm just kind of figuring this out as I go. I'm just... This is me giving myself an intervention to stop doing so many grids. That is what this is. They just get old, because it just becomes me building the same old thing over and over and over again. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of all my cities looking exactly the same and not really having a lot of character and personality that sets them apart. So we're going to try new things. We're going to push outside of the comfort zone, etc., etc. All kinds of other... what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know. So we may have something along the collector, but I'm thinking that we'll just have most things off of this road here. And these will just be like our little access roads. So we could come up and continue this, and that would probably work out okay. Maybe we just continue this just for a few blocks. Like literally just 2 blocks. I know it is in of itself a grid, but I have an idea. Don't worry, I'm ahead of it myself, I think. Oh, road guidelines back on. So there. No. There. Nice thing is, I've got that guide point in the middle that tells me when I need to make a turn. Cool. That gets that done. And then I think here it wouldn't be a bad idea. These are big blocks. I want smaller lots in this neighborhood. I don't think it'd be a bad idea to do this right here. Cool. And then we can connect this down to here, maybe. Doesn't want to make a nice connection, but I think that would work. I think that'll be fine. I think I'm going to leave that one out. Cool. So then what I want to do is have it kind of like jog around. Like have this come down, but then actually formalize a little bit of a grid back here. Not much. Just a little one. Just a little one. So I'm going to try to see how that would work out. I want to give us some decent spacing. So 500, 250. So if I split the difference, that's 375. It's halfway. Yeah, let's get... Oh, that's right. This is going to all be off. Because... Well, that's what we wanted to do. So if we do that, put that there, and do the same thing here. What did I say, 375? Yeah. I don't yet know how I'm going to connect these two, but I'll figure it out. I like that to have a bit of a curve. Doesn't wanna. So what if we go up straight for part of it and then try to curve it? That worked. That worked a little bit better. And then I want to continue coming up, over, and these are going to be at an angle too, but I want them fairly straight. Doing new things is hard. It really is. Why is that so much shorter? I don't know. Oh, I see why. It's fine. Just leave it shorter. Cool. And then we just need to do something that will connect these blocks to these blocks. But we have, you know, challenges because they're not going to be a one-to-one connection anywhere. So if we come out like, oh, hello, why did you not do the thing? You know? If we come out like this, this could just be a nice place for a city park back here, in all honesty. Yeah, see, this one's going to make a nice connection, no problem. Because I've got those guidelines right there. This, no matter what I do, the roads would have to do some really weird stuff. Because if I bring that out, like, none of these are going to give me a good connection into this side. So the roads would have to curve up and go down, or curve up in that way, or curve way down on that one. I think instead we're just going to reserve this for a city park. I like that idea. And then over here we're going to continue to follow this. I don't know that we really need to have this curve down and then back up. Will you stop looking at the sun? Why does the game do that? And it does it more when I'm streaming. And it's so annoying. Just suddenly you're looking at the sun. I don't know that I like that curve all that much better. Let's, Ooh, not like that. Is there a way to tell it this little bit? Like from here? So, because it's trying to go off of that side, and I want it to go off of this side. There's that. Okay, now I don't know what it's doing. I guess there's not a way to tell it to do that. Oh well. It's fine. It is fine. Why is that there? Thank you. Now I just want to kind of try to follow the curve that's here, roughly. It's a little tricky with all of these guidelines. Like, really tricky, actually? It doesn't wanna. What if we turn grid off and road length and just go guidelines? Nah, it still doesn't wanna. So let's get rid of that, and let's bring it from here instead. Then it's gonna want to snap to that. When really I want it to snap here on this. And no matter what I do, it doesn't want to really cooperate, does it? We do like that. And it's not gonna do it. It's just not. So that's fine. We're just gonna get it as close as possible here. And then that will go up that way. I need to keep an eye on my money. I don't have to build utilities, but I do still need to keep an eye on my money. And here, we're going to come up and establish another just different little neighborhood. So we have grids, but it's not all one big grid. Which is kind of how you find cities anyway in real life. Little neighborhoods, gridded off. Ooh, that's gonna present problems. As a developer came through and did different areas, I don't like that. You know, they'll have their own boundaries of what land they own and can develop on, so they develop their infrastructure in a way that reflects that. We are going to get these connected. I think it's important to have some connectivity through here, so this doesn't turn into a collector, because I don't want that to turn into a collector. So this is going to come down and then back around like that. I don't really like how this road's going, so maybe instead of that connection, we do this connection here. That's a little more natural, and then maybe we can do a connection here. What do you guys think? It's not all time for pre-ads or pre-rolls again already, is it? Oh no, it's telling me that we have 9 minutes left before the next bunch of ads run. Okay. I understand now. I think this one's going to need to do kind of the same thing. It's funky, but it'll work. All right, so before we get any further into this, let's get some water pipes under the roads. I'm going to roughly follow this one. Let's turn off all the snap dues. That'll help. Tell you what, I'm already exhausted today. Been a busy day. Very, 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 very busy day. Someone I went to high school with, their home isn't totally destroyed, but it's not currently safe to live in from the tornadoes that were in Little Rock on Friday. But it is safe enough to do cleanup. And go in and basically pack things up to put into storage while they get the house repaired. So I went and helped with that. It's really weird. Tornado damage. Because it doesn't like... I don't know, like, it took the roof off of several places in their house. The back wall is partially collapsed, but they got a contractor to come shore it up and make it safe enough to get in there. Oh, I'm out of money already, crap. I spent all my money on water pipes. That's what I get for not building a grid. So we'll just have to build some more water pipes in a minute. But anyway, the back wall was collapsed, and it right next to it though, like where there's a big hole, like not a foot away, there's stuff sitting on an end table, totally untouched, like a lamp and some little tchotchke knick-knack stuff, totally untouched, not broken, not moved from where they were. It's just like, how does it rip off the roof of a house and tear down a wall and blast out every window? Every window in the house is gone. And then not disturb little tiny ceramic figurines on an old flimsy end table. It's just weird. I don't know how else to qualify it other than it was weird. We got most of the house packed up today. pickle jar I picked up. I know when the Joplin tornado happened, we found like a lot of documents and things. Well, this definitely is not a grid. We've definitely got some weird zoning issues happening here, but that's okay. I'm here for it. Oh, there's no water all the way over there, though. No, there is. Just barely. Okay, cool. That gets us some commercial and some residential. It does not get us any industry yet, though. And industry is going to get built way out over here anyway. That will be a grid, because industry is usually in a grid. Look at that. I built a little neighborhood without building too much of a grid. That's going to be a park. We don't have parks yet. So now we just have to wait until we start making money. That is a weird interchange. I bet this isn't set up with TMPE. It's not. So ideally, you want people who are going straight across to use the underpass, but they could be able to go straight across there. But then if you restrict... Yeah. Huh. I don't know. We'll have to revisit that, because that could be tricky. Oh, hey, we're making money already. Cool. And yeah, we've got a huge demand for industry. I can't do anything about it yet, though, because I don't have any money to go build any roads. I don't know what to do with this area right here. What should we do with this area? I hadn't really thought about this area. We already know that's going to be a park. I guess this could be another park, but that's two big parks really close to one another. I don't know that I want to do that. Oh, hey, we've got money. Let's go build some industry. We have water pipes all the way down there. Oh my god, we don't. I really wanted to build the industry down here, but I don't believe I'm going to get to do that. There's no way I can afford to build water pipes all the way down here. I mean, that would be... This road alone is $2,800. I don't have the money, so we're going to have to do industry up here for now. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but kind of going off of necessity here. So let's see. How long are you? Let's turn all these back on. Let's bring that to right there. So that's... So where's that going to be? That's going to be on this line right here. Cool. I'm not connecting that on purpose. Or this one. This one, however, will get a connection. Yeah, it was just strange. I mean, I've seen tornado damage before, but like when I went to Joplin and helped with cleanup, it was total destruction. I mean, it was just homes that looked like they had just been exploded apart, because that's, you know, basically what happened. And it was... There were homes in the neighborhood that I hesitate to call them friends. It's somebody I knew in high school. They put out a call on social media. You know, anybody that could come help with cleanup, will feed you. Well, you know, saw a few other old classmates though, like people who I literally haven't seen since the night I graduated from high school. So it's kind of interesting. Weird way to have a reunion. We're waiting on money. Water pipes are going to be expensive too. Let's go here. Ooh, 1,500 per road. Ouch. Well, it won't be as much for the others. Come on. Earn $1,500, please. No, we're not about to hit a milestone. Why are there more people moving into that? It's because there's no jobs. I could do a little bit of industry. Right there. It's the only place to have water. Won't have any water anywhere else. 950. Come on. 950. There you go. See, the downside of not doing a grid is I get all these really weird little angled bits. I don't like them. They bother me. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. I just need to get a little bit more in. We're not going to get any more population moving in until we have some jobs. We must provide the jobs. How far out did that water go? All the way to the end of this road. So we're going to... Hello, I'm clicking. This mouse. I swear to God, this mouse. I should get a new one. I have a bunch of Amazon gift cards piled up. I should buy a new mouse. Probably go Corsair this next time, because fuck Razer. I'm so done with Razer. Why are you lane switching there? Dumb. What is our first milestone anyway? 480. By the way, I did finally get all of the unique buildings unlocked. The last one was the last two were the Sparkly Rainbow Unicorn Park, and I finished that scenario by cheating. The last one I had to do. You have to do all 5 of the disaster scenarios. And then the other one, which I'm surprised I didn't get, was the Disaster Memorial Park. And the local Dr. Pepper bottle isn't perforating these little rings properly, and I have to pull them off every time. Like, the bottle's sealed, but the ring doesn't break away. And it makes it weird to do the bottle cap. Anyway, the Disaster Memorial required you experiencing all kinds of different disasters, which I'm like, did I not experience those in those other saves? But I just, other scenarios, I should say. Turns out you have to experience them all in one city. So I just loaded up a vanilla city. Plus, I couldn't get the forest fires to work. Like, I would click forest fire and nothing would burn. So I've got a mod somewhere that's disabling forest fires. Finally. What was that message on my phone? Oh, it's Discord telling me I'm live. Holy 40 minutes late. 36. So, downside to what we've done by having industry over here, residential commercial over here, 1 is going to be the traffic flow. But 2 is I now have to double up my efforts on healthcare and all of that good stuff. So hooray. We will put a clinic like right here in this commercial area. And that's all I can afford. I can take a loan. I need to raise taxes. I saw a thing. I don't know if it was true or not. Some Central America company like completely doing away with all taxes. Like, really? How do you plan on paying for your government? Guess they have a plan, man. So 450 is what we did on those. If we do that again here, oh, that's 455. Right, 450? No, that's 500. Okay. What if we do this again? Where do these come together? This is where I need to turn off-road guidelines again. These may just come together in like a natural little point as my voice cracks. Getting some very, very, very close streets though. That one is being weird. It's not wanting to stay at 90. Those two not 90? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of what's happening down here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this space. I guess we could do, like, bring this one out. Bring that out, and then bring them together in a curve. Guidelines back. And then just bring, like, every other one of these down. Like, this one down to about there is going to be fine. About the same distance on that, and then we can connect those two like that, and then connect these in. I clicked that like here. Yeah, it's weird, but whatever. At least it fills up the space somewhat. So we've got middling demand for most things, which is good. Let's that's all covered there, so let's not build more than we have to for water pipes there. That's all covered now. We need to get all this back this way, covered with pipes. Should be able to get most of this. Like, oh, it's just far enough apart. I'm not going to be able to overlap. That's a little unfortunate, because if I go there, that'll be fine, but then that's a lot of overlap. But if I go there, I miss a lot. Oh well, I guess we just have to have overlap. See, I'm like talking myself out of not doing this no grid thing. Okay, that took forever for that to pop up. Still haven't built a school yet, and you guys are wanting me to build police stations and fire stations. Will somebody think of the children? You gotta put them somewhere during the day. There. That gets all of that covered. So I can now just build and not worry about it. So we've got a bit of commercial demand. Where do we want said commercial? Yeah. Oh, they can just scream. Just kiss my ass. So we still have some residential zoned. I think I want... not industry. I think I want this whole neighborhood here to be residential. I do like that it's smaller lots for the most part. I mean, there are some larger lots, but most of them are pretty small. Whoop! Didn't mean for that to happen. I mean, I'm okay with all that up there, but I didn't mean for it to go down to the main road. And then let's do another row of commercial, like here, because this area here is going to be a park. So that would give us two sides for commercial to front, one side and possibly two sides for residential to front off of that park. So everybody gets a little exposure to the park. Equal opportunity. Speed up time. So we've got money. Garbage processing is also going to be tricky because the trucks have to go really far. Really, really far. I mean, they have to go either up and over... No, there is no connection there. Oh, no, there is there. So they either have to go way up over there, or they have to go up through here and up through there and back around. No matter what, it's a long route. It's not ideal. Eventually, I'm gonna have like another like utility campus over here. That'll take care of that problem. So we got fire, and we should probably get that in sooner rather than later. That does not give me very good coverage. Yeah, it's crap coverage no matter where I put it. I mean, it is. It's just terrible no matter what. That's where it's going to go. I really wanted to put the police station there. Sorry about your business. And then we also have to have a police station, fire station out here. Because industry requires those. We really need a clinic out here as well, but for now we'll give them these. And that should get these guys to upgrade some. Can't see yet. Educate more citizens. Well, we've not educated any citizens at this point. Kind of slacking here. Let's do school up here. Like right here at the corner. And then a second one back here. I know I made that sound like a question. That's because I'm not really sure that's where I want it. So that gives us healthcare, fire coverage, police coverage everywhere. We still don't have to worry about. So yeah, power. Where did that? Hello, game. Oh, man, what's it doing? Power is, yeah, we've got 532 megawatts coming out of this dam, so we won't have to worry about power for a long time. Which is kind of nice since we've got to double up on all of our resources. I didn't even read what we just unlocked. At 1400, we got a bunch of policies, a few new roads, high schools. We're going to need one of those. Parks. So let's look at our policies first, which is just parks and recreation. It's the only thing really worthwhile there. Prefer parks is fine, but I tend to avoid it. And then we're going to come in here, and we're just going to go ahead and go big on this. We're going to give them a big park. And then we don't have enough money for a high school, but if we speed up... Actually, I haven't taken a loan yet. I have 2 loans I can take. I'm taking them both. Because that'll let me get some cool stuff done. I want to put in my high school, like, here. Yeah. And then even though it's overkill, I'm going to go ahead and go for these new athletic facilities that we have. Since we've got these big areas, why not? Ah, good, it fits. I was really hoping to get a baseball diamond in here, and it fits beautifully. And then maybe one of the small, like, community football fields. Just a suburban. Oh, it's too big. Ah, that's so disappointing. Can I get any of the soccer fields in here? Yeah, we can get soccer in. There we go. So soccer and baseball is what this high school has. Whatever. It'll work. And then school needs some parking. That's huge. Give the school some parking. Come on, I want it to go. Dude. There. Not a lot of parking for the school, but some parking. And then we'll get started on a little city park right here since we unlocked park areas. Just run that right up here. Nothing huge. Just a nice central park. Central Park, yes, that's what I'm building, Central Park. I realized it as I said it, that I was like, I don't think that's really what I'm going for, is something like Central Park. So that's huge. And then we'll just do an entrance each side, and that'll be plenty. Let's turn off all of our snap twos. They are all off, never mind. Get this stuff connected up that way, and then bring... Hello, what are you doing that for? That down there, and then bring that in like that. Cool, awesome. And then we just need to have enough of an entertainment score to get this place upgraded. So we will do the cafe over here by the commercial side. I think that makes sense. As well as the info booth. And raise prices. And turn on those. I'm thinking it's not gonna have, yeah, because it's such a big area and it's a more convenient way to get through than going all the way up and around. Yeah, we're not gonna have problem getting visitors here. They're just gonna want to walk through. So we're basically charging people for accessibility at this point. Yeah, that's not going to take long at all. 74 a week. That works. Cool. We actually have some residential demand. Do we have? We do. We got unemployment as well, though. Let's continue our commercial along this side. Didn't really want to go to there. I really wanted to switch that to some residential. I guess we can do some commercial out here on the collector, as long as it's not too close to that. Yeah, okay, we will. I've talked myself into it. But I want to get rid of any weird shaped lots. There's not too many weird shaped lots, so it'll be alright. Yeah. Want to leave that open. So that should take care of our commercial demand. It might even take care of our unemployment a little bit. No, I have the hiccups. So our industry area is looking fine. We're not upgrading though. Why? Educate more citizens, huh? I build schools. We have way more than enough capacity. I built 2 schools. And the high school. So why aren't you going to school? Please go to school. Like, seriously, why aren't they going to school? Hardly anybody is going to school. 83% of our citizens are uneducated. Like, they've not been to school of any sort. That's annoying. Where do I get libraries? Where is the library? It's right there. Oh, actually, I don't want a big one like that. Choose, like, this thing here. Put it down here by all this commercial. Get rid of some of that. I would really like it if it was... if this is facing more out that way, but it would look better. I guess I could spend a lot of money here and reorient this stuff. I think that'll look better. Yeah, it looks better with that being open to the park on that side. I don't know where the door on this thing is. Like, how do you... Oh, it's way back behind it. Over here where the parking lot is. That's... So that's the front of the building? Yeah, it's just kind of a big ugly wall on that road, isn't it? I don't like that. So we're gonna change that up. We're gonna put it like that, so that big ugly wall isn't just exposed there. There we go. That looks better. And then we can get some more commercial in right there. Yeah, that looks better. I think it should probably be on this corner, but I'm not moving it again. I've spent too much money moving that damn thing. So heat big residential demand. So let's meet that. Let's just fill all of that in and see what that does for us. So I'm almost wondering what it would look like to continue this fan, but only this part of it. and have this back here do its own thing? Or should I build off of this now instead? Kind of follow these roads around. I'm torn. There's merits to both. But I think if we went much farther with the fan, it would start looking weird. Yeah, it really would. So, how am I going to do this that will work nicely? So I'd like these to mirror each other. Like, down here, it's not a big deal because it's straight. That's easy. But I want these curves to mirror each other as well. So this is roughly 225. Yeah. So if I bring this out, 225. And then come straight across to there. And then do my best to get this connected here. We might be able to keep this. Yeah, that'll work. It'll work. It'll work fine. My nose is just, pardon me. So we just want to do that. Oh, that was 250. 225. I want to do the 225. And that'll help us preserve some smaller lots because we don't have room for 2 4x4s. Not the trucks, the actual, you know what I mean, 4x4 grid. And then try to get, see, now it's going to start doing weirds though. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that because it starts getting like a bow there. I would need to bring the straight bit out longer. Oh, yeah, I'm not pleased with that at all. So how much farther do I need to bring the straight bit is the question. I think the answer to that is going to be pretty easy to find. Let's bring this out just so I get... Let's bring that out that much more. Let's see what this does for us. It's still... This one kind of tips in. Is that not really 225 there? Alright, they're 250. Okay. That first one says it's 225. They are all 250. Alright, well, that's fine. We can start over. I don't mind deleting things. So we'll go out the full 250. So now we are going to get a full 4x4 grid. Whatever. Now will this work the way I want it to? No, it's still doing it. I don't know how to build roads, apparently. So, do I need this to come off straight a little bit before we start the curve? Is that the problem? That one's going to stay there. This park's already there. And then maybe do the same thing here. I know what I want it to look like. I just don't know how to make it look like that. Maybe instead of doing that, we do the freeform tool. And follow these guys. Yeah, that's not going to work either. This might, though. No, that doesn't work good. Alright, then, what we're going to have to do is get a little more creative. Grab that. Come in here. Make that go away. There we go. And use this. So from there to there. And then just put them where I need them to go. I wish there was a way to make this go faster. Probably is. I think that's what the shift, control, and alt stuff means. When I hit shift, it tries to go underground. And control makes it go super slow. And alt makes it go even slower. So I think the shift is the one that's just not working. There, that's lined up nicely. And then I want to do it again. Yep, cool. It's still there. Doesn't line up on that end quite right, but we can fix that. So I must have shift set to something else as a hotkey. But I don't know what that would be. And we're going to have to do just a little bit of adjustment on the very ends, but that's okay. Get out of my way, please. And right. It should have connected all of those, yeah? Yeah, it did. Awesome. So we just need to do a little bit of fine-tuning right on the ends. Not going to be perfect, but they're going to be better than what we had. Which was my incompetence. This one. That one's way off, though. So this one's just going to have to be like the ugly duckling of the family. It's close enough. Yeah, it'll work. It's close enough. And this happens sometimes where you don't get zoning. You just come in with your zoning tool. And we probably don't have a whole lot of nodes here either. So we might need to throw in a couple extra nodes. Yeah, like we could use a node. Oh, hi. Node there. Probably a node there. And that'll probably help with the zoning a little more. Yeah, that helps with the zoning a little more. Cool. So we will connect all of this up. Bring that, if I can. Yeah, one more right there. And that gets that corner filled in fairly nicely. Gets all of that, and then we can, once we hit this railroad, we'll do something. I don't know, but I wanted this to come up here and turn and go that way because I'm going to bump off of it with a small local road and have a train station. So we get to train. We're not even at mass transit yet. So what's population looking like? Cool, 5% unemployment. Our park did upgrade. I don't know when it did that. I didn't get a notification. I think I have those turned off. So we didn't get really anything new other than just for, man, those are taking forever to pop up. Like I can tell when it's about to pop a milestone because it just, the game freezes. So that got us our mass transit and some good policies and death care. But we've been fiddling around with roads for so long that we have plenty of money. So we should be able to get our death care taken care of, no problem. Doesn't get me my entertainment value I need. And the only other thing we got, oh, apparently it did. Okay, that was weird. So now we have gazebos. So we will throw in just a couple of those. We don't need many. I think like 2 or 3 should get us. Oh wow, no, we gotta go up to 729. I don't want to spam a bunch of gazebos, but I guess I will for now. God, there we go. Okay, and then we can get rid of them later. What was it doing? Oh yeah, death care, and child care and elder care. Let's just leave like a nice big area for a cemetery. We could even incorporate it into the park. No, let's not do that. I want to leave it with some space. So if we do like that, we can still zone a little bit back here. Child care and elder care as well wouldn't be a bad idea. We'll put the child care. Oh, that does not reach very far though. I go up here. That hits almost everything. Let's do elder care there instead though. And then childcare there. That'll get most everything. I can bring it over here. there's not really an ideal location for this. There you go. You can give a kid the choice. Go to daycare or go visit Pop Pop. Mom, it smells where Pop Pop lives. True, I shouldn't say things like that. I just want to continue this pathway. Just to, you know, make it look like it's all part of the same place. Yeah, it'll work. And then it's connected up front there. And then we can just put some more trees in there. Eventually. So there's people still pouring through here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, cool. So we've got a lot of upgrading taking place. I feel like I should maybe let that do its thing for a minute before I start building any more. Okay, we're good there, we're good there. I want to get a library in. Oh, I did put a library in, never mind. How are you guys doing? Are you upgrading at all, or do you need a clinic? Oof. Educate more citizens still? I mean, they're starting to get educated. Slowly. Surely. Starting to. I mean, they wouldn't have upgraded their homes if they weren't educated. Oh, we got policies that I want to turn on. Let's do that. We want recycling, we want recreational use, and we want recycled plastic. So those will create happiness, give us a bit more money from recreational use. Gotta love the weed industry. Guess I don't have the pretty roads yet. We will eventually do something with pretty roads. They're fine. I was going to say the kids are all on fire, but they're fine now. We could connect on this roundabout here, but I don't think I'm going to. What I do think I will do, though, is once we unlock universities or trade school, is build a branch off of here, just pretty much straight out, and do a trade school in this area. That way it's not, it's adjacent to all of this. I like our little town. I like that there's variety in the roads. However, these are really long blocks, and I don't like that. So we're going to break those up. I'm going to put that there just to give us a node, but then we're going to go here. And there's best. Yeah, that breaks those blocks up nicely. Let's get some water pipes in so that we can start using this area. I'm glad you like it. It's definitely different. I think what I need to do is actually like open up Google Maps and have a nice view of a town somewhere. And I don't want to like create a one-to-one replica of any given town, but just use the road layouts for some inspiration. I do like that we've got this bit of separation here, though. I think that's, you know, it makes these homes, even though they're very tightly packed in there, definitely, you know, contributes to giving them like larger backyards. Like we could even formalize that with fences. If we used, actually, what's the new suburban fence look like? I've only put it down once. I think it has like bricks at the bottom though. Yeah, I don't know that that is what you would want. I mean, that would look good in like a mid-century modern neighborhood or something with metal, but I think our forestry fence is going to be our best bet here. But getting these in between these houses is going to be impossible without destroying the house. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I might just be able to get away with it here. So that lot is right there. Oh, this is finicky. Oh, no, it did it anyway. It still got rid of those houses. Boo! Boo! I wanted to put fencing in. I mean, I could rezone that, but I'm not gonna. So the town's continuing to grow. Well, right now it's not. People are dying. But we've got upgrades happening. I'm always, this early in the game, hesitant to zone more. Just because then you wind up with too many people and your unemployment skyrockets. I like giving them time to upgrade. I do like this high school campus. I don't know that I like the placement of the field at the front like that. I think we're gonna reconfigure all of this here. I think it would look better to the side and put the parking over there. So we need 4 for parking. Everybody's getting upset with me. Put that there and then bring this back here. I think this will look better. Yes. I was correct. It looks better. Now the question is, do I have enough room to bring in a path through here? Yep, I do. Looks a little funky right there, but whatever. And this connects and makes a path, so that's nice. Let people cut through there. I think that looks a little bit better. To have it off to the side instead of just in front of the high school. Yes. Looks better. I wish they would actually play baseball on this. It'd be really cool. Instead of whatever it is. This park has already reached level 4. There's so many people walking through it. We've already had 5,000 people stream through this park. Wow. There, that gets us more of the stuff that I was really wanting to have here, which is play spaces. How many of these am I going to have to spam, though, to get us up there? A lot. The nice thing is, look at the effect radius that this park is having. It's just... It's doing a lot of work. And it's making us money at the same time, so... Yeah, it's fulfilling the park need for all of those people. Speaking of, I think it would be advantageous to lose a few homes and get a park in this corner. People deserve parks. Maybe we do this one. It's going to take out a lot of houses. I think I'm okay with that, though. I am okay with it. Bye. See ya. Get out. The city decided that your house is blighted and a park would look much better there. Could do like a dog park, but... Or we could do another playground. But I think I'd really like to get that in, but it's too big. But I think I'm going to go with this. Because it has some pathway connections in it. That will allow us to connect up and make it feel complete. That's going to be too short, isn't it? Yeah. That's not, though. There, that feels a little better. It's a little, you know, square there, but it gets a little more organic towards the middle. And then what is that? Oak trees? I think that's an oak tree. What that is? No, that is not the oak tree. It's horse chestnuts. Okay. We can just fill it all in, and then it'll all look like it's part of the same place. I know they're in nice straight lines inside the park, but that's okay that we're not doing them perfectly straight out there. I think instead, I'm not going to fill in that one. I will fill in a little bit of this one. And a little bit right here just to provide some shielding for those houses. But I'm going to leave this one alone. I want to leave that as a nice open green spot. You know, kids can go kick a ball around, play frisbee golf, whatever. What is frisbee golf anyways? I always hear people talk about it. I don't really understand it. How's our education coming along? Why did you not go away? Thank you. We're up to only 46% not educated. They're just not going to school. It's because they don't know how to live. It's like, no, I know this guy. He builds grids. Something's wrong. That's what's happened. We don't have universities yet, right? I don't think so. Usually. Oh, goodness. No, not yet. 6,500. We're quite a ways away. How are we doing on upgrades? A little over a quarter to level 3. I'd like that to be just a bit higher. No reason to rush it. So while we're waiting, we can plan out what we want to do next with the roads. And up here, I think I just want to bring this curve on around and have that follow, and that will be the road that the train station resides on. And then it can connect down to the collector again. I think that would look nice to have that continuation between the neighborhoods. Then up here we can do something, I don't know what. Probably have to build around the rail. Unless I want to do at-grade crossings, which I guess we could do if it's just low density. If it's low density residential, I don't really see the harm in at-grade crossings. Oh, I have Hobo's Blessing. Now, this little bit back by the highway, I think that, you know, this is less desirable land. And I think over here, it would make sense to just have a boring old grid. You know, you don't get as much a bigger backyard and everything. It's lower value property. Or we could make a shopping center. We totally could make a shopping center. These are unlocked from the get-go, really? We need a grocery store. We need a big honking grocery store over here. With lots of parking. What does this thing cost? $1,000. Oof.
Meteorologists have issued
Oh, no way. Shut up.
For the area. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Please be somewhere really far away. Nope, it's right there. Please stay over there. Please stay over there. Yeah, that's fine. You stay over there. Well, it took out a road. Wait, what? What's over there that can be destroyed? Just road, I think. Yeah.
Just head
Okay, the boat. Pick up the boat. Pick up the boat.
Residents should seek shelter immediately. if
Order
any
Law's
is
Cruise number 3. You're going to Law's Cruise number 4. Okay, well, that was a quick tornado. I'm not even going to bother fixing those roads right now. Well, we dodged one there, that's for certain. Oh shit, hello. Yeah, I'm gonna make a shopping center. How much do these cost for upkeep? These are 500. That's 500. I mean, we've only got 2,200 people in the town, but this just seems like this would make a nice area for a shopping center. But I'm gonna have to fiddle with it to get it to work. So I'm gonna just go to regular roads because I don't want to risk. Okay, I don't have any of my snap twos on, and I need them on. Okay, so how am I gonna do this? I want the grocery store here on this corner facing out this way towards some parking lots. So I'm gonna come out like pretty far. Now we're gonna throw some parking lots on there. I really don't want them on that road though. That's fine, I can put another road in and yeah, okay. This'll work. This'll work. Put a road here, come out to there, bring that down, and then flip those. Like that. And then, so that is 300, so come out 600. Right there. I probably should have gone down one more this way. Yeah. Like that. And more parking. Oh, I went too far. Yeah, I went too far. Okay, so not 600 then. So just 500? That fits them? Really? Oops. There, and then we'll put the grocery store. Right. Do you want to just go ahead and go with the big one? Or do I want the small one? Fresh foods. There's more parking there. I could get rid of that with Bob, but I'm not worried about it. I do, however, want the road to come on around because there's clearly parking there. And then around back would be where the delivery trucks go in. So I'm going to go ahead and just surround this by street. That way it looks like it makes sense that that's all there. And then that's where the garbage goes. So the garbage truck needs to go back there. And that's a nice building for right there. I mean, it's kind of ugly back here, but... And then what I'm thinking we can do is get... I wish this wasn't a one-time use thing. The shopping plaza. Because that's like where Subway would be and a cellular store and stuff like that. You know, that would be a Subway right there by that grocery store. You'd have Verizon in there. You'd have all kinds of, you know, little things like that. Cool. And then later on, as we get a little bit more money, we can expand out and add in the 2 open-air mall phases. That's a pretty believable grocery store. They always have a ton of freaking parking in front of them. Maybe we didn't need this row, But I didn't want the parking right up against that road. They probably could have got away with just this and that, honestly, huh? Probably. You know what? I want to change it. Yeah, I want to change it. It's my right. But do I want to just get rid of that and leave it like this and then just decorate here? Like just trees and things like that and leave this as is? Or do I want to move all this over now? I think I'm going to leave it right where it is and just put trees. And just make it look nice with some landscaping. I think we would probably have a tree-lined road back here. Coming in, or at least something with a nice grassy median. I don't want to hide the building. They would definitely want that visibility from the collector. But over here, I think we'd be okay with doing some landscaping. And what type of trees do we have? We've got this very weird combination of trees here. Like some big pines and the yew trees and just the basic, I think that's the alder. Yeah, we got a really strange combination of trees here. Come back. Ooh, come, stop it. There we go. So let's just make this area right here look really nice. I wish I had some signs and things. Do we? Did this come with retail signs? I don't know. Wrong thing. Came with a fancy wicker chair, though. What if I go here? No, that's not gonna have anything. I don't have any retail signs. All right, well, we'll just do landscaping. It'll be fine. So we're gonna use the line tool, and we're gonna click that again and try that again. Is that close enough, or do we want those denser? We want that a little more dense than it is. There, like that. And I'm just going to bring that out in roughly a straight line all the way out. And then over, back. I don't use the prop line tool too often, but I think to make this hedge type area, it's fine. And then we'll do one nice big oak. Maybe a couple, like... You don't want to get it too close to the corner because you want to have visibility. I hate the shopping centers that you go to and they plant like, even that would be too big. Like you're trying to like go out and you can't see jack because there's a big, massive bunch of landscaping like right there, and you just can't see. I know that the shopping center in Springfield, where Best Buy was like that. At the end of every row coming out into the main drag of the parking lot that people drove through, you just couldn't see. It was really freaking annoying. Ooh, we've got these new trees. Ooh, they're tiny. They're dado cheese. That's a big tree. What that really looks like. It should be in Africa. Yeah, I'm about to say. It's an African tree. Yeah, I don't think that really fits. Okay. I love these new pines. They're really cool. What's this guy? The tree that clearly looks like it's made to be in Africa. So maybe we could do like... It's like a trio of these here. Do the same thing down here. And then run with just some horse chestnuts down the middle. One there. I want one there. And then I want to split it up here. I don't want to overdo this. I don't want to make it too much. I think that works. And then I want to come in. These grasses are really tall. I wish there was one kind of in between. Maybe we do just the ground cover. However you say that word. Lentana? I never really know.
Astrologists report
What?
that a devastating meteor will strike the city.
What do I have my disasters on? What is going on? It's not even that high. Bump that down.
Residents should seek shelter.
Oh god! Everybody got that was a 9.0. Holy cow. That thing came in with a vengeance. Why is that? Go away, menu. That was scary. Congratulations, you did not suffer any damage. That was scary. I'm over here planting trees at a Whole Foods and freaking meteor just bam, like right there. Oh my god. We could do some rocks. Yeah, let's do some rocks. I never use rocks. Where are the rocks? There they are. Oh, those are teeny tiny. Oh, those are really big. Let's do the teeny tiny ones. Oh, it randomizes them. Oh, maybe not. Looked like it was going to be different size. Okay, it is. I'm going to overlap them a lot. Just have like a boulder sitting out here. This is the meteor that came in. We went and got the chunks and hauled it into town. And can get a big one in there, but it's just too big. It's already occupied. That's frustrating because that would look cool. It's like a little. Oh, they get bigger. Just get bigger and bigger, don't they? Yeah. Oh well. So we got a little rock formation there. Let's what the hell are you? Tree, little. You are indeed a little cherry tree. Is that new? Alright, oh no, it's from workshop. Never mind, okay. Oh wow, filtering. That's gotta be from the workshop. Maybe not. I want something to go around the base of these rocks. I think this is what I want right here. Yeah, because Landscaper's not going to give his mower right up a brick against the next asteroid or meteor or whatever. He's going to be afraid little green men are going to jump out of it at him. This game when I'm streaming. So ready for Cities Skylines 2. It better be able to take advantage of multi-core processors better. Yeah, that works. Just to give it a little extra something there. But I don't want to do that in every section. Like, I don't want to have just the same thing there. So maybe we could just do, like, just some basic vegetation. Let's do the low ones. Much. Where's the low vegetation? Low vegetation. Yeah, something like that, just to fill in some of these areas. I'm fine with that. It's not overdone, but it's definitely been given some care, some love. And you know, 10 whole people went and bought groceries in the past week. This side could maybe get away with some trees through here, but in reality, the grocery store is not going to want anything that blocks the view of their sign. I almost think this should be over here. Yeah, that should be over there. And then we can just do... Ooh, I know what we can do here. We can make a little zone. Just a little one. Just right here. That's all I need it to be. Olive Hills. And go into Styles and turn on the shopping malls. Hit save. And then just zone that. Commercial. And we'll get buildings that should fit in with what we've got there fairly well. Yes, we sure do. That's perfect. Just generic retail. Really, you're not gonna fill in the gap? Rude. A cafe, little office. Yeah, I think that works. I wish I could get something to fit on the corner. If I used Rico, I could, but I don't use Rico, so this is not gonna happen. I could even get away with doing some like here, probably, honestly. I guess we can get some more right here. Bump this over all the way. Extend out this little district. Cover that area. And go ahead and fill this in. You know, I think there would be merit in there being parking behind this. If we're going to go for trying to make this look like real life. I think we're just going to do that. Sorry, I know you just built something there. I apologize. Yep, apologizing to video games again, because that's what I do. And then just a couple of these back here. What are you, man? That's kind of an ugly building. Like, I wish that were back here. Like, that building needs to be the other way around. I don't like you. Go away. Put something better. Like, I don't like the look of the building you built. You don't get to be here. And we'll do just a little more right next to the parking lot. We don't have much of a commercial demand, so it's taking forever for these to fill in. Speaking of, we've ignored the residential for long enough. How are we doing with education? We're up to... Well, we haven't moved many more people through, sadly. We've got the capacity. They're just not going to school. But we're up to almost half of them at their max upgrade, so I think we can go ahead and start adding some more housing. I'll leave that area by the cemetery alone. It's just going to kind of be its own little space there. It's weird that didn't actually fill in all of that. There, that should sap our demand. Oh, when did we go down to 1,800 people? I just thought we were at 2,400 at one point. I'm just not at all caring about milestones or anything right now. I like this little area. I think it looks fantastic. You know what? This would be the area to put, like, Just a couple rows of high density residential for like apartments and things like that. Just next to all of that, across from all this commercial, I think that would probably look pretty good. Like if we came off of here, just leave a little bit of separation and not build anything on the collector's side here. So we can maybe even... I want this to be like right up against it, but I don't want it to connect here because that's gonna... That'll be alright. It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's do it. And then this, definitely grid. Just gonna be apartments. And if I'm lucky, this matches up. Close enough. I want to keep it like that so we just won't connect there. We're way far away from getting any type of density to put back here, but when we get it, we'll be ready for it. Now, if I'm lucky, oh, that won't go. Yeah, this is the perfect place for apartments. Just right across from all this. And then it's going to stop right here. Because this area I'm reserving for campus, I guess I could bring it on down a little bit more. Then it'll also give us a nice area to connect into the campus this direction. I want to leave that separation between the highway. It's getting a little... Though I guess maybe offices could go back there. I want to leave that. He was like, quick, take his mouse away. He's building a grid. Be all right. I promise. This is it. This is the last little bit. This is as far as it goes. We're going to leave the rest of all this space for a trade school once we get to that point. And then, yeah, we can do like a little bit of office here. Maybe even extend some of this commercial zone to here. And I'm almost thinking about doing the Heart of Korea buildings for residential, because they have a nice bit of height to them without being skyscrapers. I think they're even low density. You know, well, let's find out. So let's go with that plan of extending a bit more shopping on this side and maybe even down here in this little dip. Just right there. And then this, I'm gonna be careful here, because the Heart of Korea theme has commercial in it as well, and I don't want these to overlap. I don't know if it has offices, though. I have to... Well, if not, regular offices will. Because I've got the theme manager set up so that if a theme doesn't contain a building type, it will just substitute in vanilla stuff. I want to clean this up to make sure that is all commercial. Cool. So, Applegate Heights is going to get the Heart of Korea theme. And I'm just going to do one little square just to test. That is one hell of a thunderstorm. It's loud. It's not going to quite give me the coverage I want. You see nothing that's totally, completely under the street where it belongs. There, and we'll just do a quick little test right here to see what type of buildings we get, if anything. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that they're going to be taller. So they look like they're density, but they're not. They look like apartment buildings. Yeah. Yes. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So we get the look of density without high density. And then it leaves that nice bit of separation in through there that we can just do trees and things and just, you know, make it look decent. Maybe a little walking path that meanders through that area. Cool. Awesome. I'm very pleased with that. And the nice thing is there is also a Korean elementary school. And we are going to need more schooling, so I'm going to throw that in. I don't need to throw a playground on this one, but it has a huge playground back here. Like, massive. That fits there perfect. Wow. Absolutely perfect. So that, it takes care of that, and then I think there's even fire stations. Whoops, I just didn't mean to do that. Get out of there. Why are you not at 5 stars yet? Oh, you're almost there. Fire station. Yeah, fire safety center for Heart of Korea. We'll pop that out. I need to see it. It would almost. Can I? Jesus Christ, I am so fed up with this mouse. I'd really like it to be like that. I think that just looks better to be facing this road. I just realized the thing that I forgot to turn off. I always forget to turn this off at the beginning of a new city. PMP policy. So we've got too many traffic lights down this. And we just don't need them. Not yet, anyway. We may eventually, but right now they're causing more problems than anything. So we will kill all those, and that should be it. Yes, there'll be one there. Cool. That's all of them now. Awesome. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how that looks. They do get a little bit taller, but I don't think by much. And do we have a Korean? Yeah, we do. I really like the Heart of Africa stuff, or whatever it's called. There's Heart of Korea, and then the African one is Africa in miniature. It's got some really, really cool looking buildings. So we give them a police station over here, and that. See, even that doesn't really look right on this corner. I think it would look better like that. Yes. Yep. But they're really happy about that police station and fire station, aren't they? So, do we want residential coming all the way up to this? Or do we want another line of commercial right here that matches that? Yeah, I think that would be a good plan. So let's see if I can just kind of eyeball where tiles will be here. I'm going to pause. Zone in 4 tiles. And then see if I've got it. It won't let me see it. There's really not a way to do the districts and see zoning at the same time. What if I turn that on? Now I can see what's going on. Yay, move it to the rescue. I don't think I've ever been more picky about the placement of a district in my entire times playing Cities Skylines. There. So just that should be that theme, and all that back there should be that shopping mall's theme. And I think they kind of look nice with tree and stuff here. Cool, let's fix our park. I'm gonna delete everything inside of it. And then we're gonna be more thoughtful about what's where. Though I guess I didn't need to delete the cafe and all that. I still want those over here, just outside of the commercial area. So we'll do the cafe with restrooms next to it. Info booth across from there. And then let's do the nice fountain right next to those. Right up against the info booth. Yeah, right next to the info booth. I like that idea. And then we will get one of our chessboards in there. And then out here more towards the residential areas is where I want some climbing frames and things like that. I just want them to kind of be back this direction a little bit, just to kind of fill in the park a little more. Same down here. Except I don't want that connection right there. I want people to pay to get into the park, damn it. We throw one of each in these ends. Same thing down here. Cool. And then I don't want to overdo it in this. I want to leave a nice bit of space to just have open areas to do things. I'm going to make sure that this area is kept clear and that we can do trees there. Well, it should still have the entertainment value that it needs. I don't think these downgrade once you've reached level 5. I'm pretty sure they stay put. So we can get rid of main park now. So if we build another park later, it'll still get... Yeah, that works. And that gets those closer to the residential area. Should we put a fence around all this? Probably so. Gonna be easier said than done. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll be quite easy. Yeah, that was surprisingly simple. Okay, that I'm not gonna argue that it's easy. Here I'm gonna turn on just angle. And out to right there, and the same thing down here. To there. Oh, I went a little too far on that one. Bring that to right there just so I can see it. And this way, and just kind of eyeball that. Close enough. That needs to go to about there. And this bit is straight right here, but then we curve. Not a perfect connection there. Just grab this, turn snapping on, and turn snapping on. So I can't, and I'm not going to get a curve out of that. I will bring it. God, this mouse. Alright, chat, what new mouse do I need to get? I've had it with this fucking laser. So much money does their stuff cost? You think the left click would work for more than a year? I turned things on, but I guess not. There, now you've got fencing all the way around. For some reason we still have zoning right there, but whatever. And then progress needs some trees, and it will be done. I am not going to use the trees that's in there, though. I don't like them. I think they're not very appealing. In fact, we're going to get rid of all of them. See, I click on this stuff, and it just... Let me go back and click again. Is there a way to change every tree on a map? There is. Yeah, that's going to change every one of them on the whole damn map. Oof. Yikes. Is that the tree I wanted? I have oak. No, I have oak. Why don't they look that big? They're normally bigger than that. Oh. Alright, so if Bob will let me do that, I can just swap out all the trees. Of course, I can pine. Let's turn that one into the horse chestnut. There we go. Lovely. And then this big ugly thing, let's make it, I don't know, maybe just more oaks or maybe some cottonwoods. Well, the cottonwood's really tall. Let's just go with more oaks. I love that that works. That is so cool. It's just... I've just changed the whole damn map. Now, so the only thing we've got left is this one. I think for that one we'll go with cottonwood. We can always change it if I don't like it. Yeah, it gets some height to it. Oh, there's another tree. Okay, well, you got to change too. You're a beech tree. No, you're not. Not anymore. We're also going to do oaks for you. Let's be an oak-heavy place. And I think that's got it, because you're now an oak, was giant redwood. Oh, I liked it. It says what it was. That's handy. Yeah, just like that, we just redid the whole map. Good on you, Bob. Come on, I want that to go away, please. Wow, that's really impressive. We got garbage problems, huh? Got tons of money just sitting in the bank. I haven't built anything in so long. There. You happy? You're happy. Cool. Do I have... When do I unlock? 4,400. We're almost there. So let's go ahead and get in some more residential here. That. And that should all still be the Heart of Korea stuff. I like these buildings. I also like that even though there isn't mixed use in this game, it looks like it's mixed use on some of them. This one's got parking with an elevator. That one's just a walk-up, I guess a Korean version of a brownstone. I don't know. But I kind of dig that there's, you know, some retail over here by the corner. I think that looks nice. These are really... Ooh, come back. These are really, really nice looking buildings. I've never really stopped and spent that much time. A lot of repetition, but oh well. And then I think that these mix in. The shopping mall buildings, I think they mix in nicely. So what are we looking at for unemployment? 7%. Let's get a bit more industry out here. Not thrilled that it's all separated like this, but not really much I can do about it. I really want to get back here. Oh, I can afford the water pipes now. We could relocate industry and get it even farther away from where everybody lives. This is going to be a problem. We're going to have to address this. Because if we're going to have a lot of industry out here, we cannot have an at-grade crossing. This is going to have to change. So for now, we'll leave our industry where it is. Knowing that we are going to need to make some sort of change there. I wish I could see... Oh, I can't see the boats. So we've got... You can see the ship paths come up almost every one of these harbors. There, 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 and there. Which is a nice touch. So if I wanted to do fishing industry, it would be limited to just back here. If I want to put it in here. Or off of like these, but then the little tiny fishing boats would be getting run over by big cargo ships. I don't think we want that. But I don't really know where else we could do the fishing industry. Unless we could put it anywhere, because we've got tuna, which are the most profitable fish in the game. And they're also the hardest ones to get on the map. So we could do like a tuna / salmon / shellfish. We'd have to go way out here to get anchovies. We don't want anchovies anyway. They don't produce. The boats don't get a whole lot, and so it's really tough to get the fish factories full. So maybe back here you can tell this came out long before airports. They intended for an airport with a train station to be here. Maybe we could repurpose this, put in a quay wall, and make this a fishing industry area. It'd be adjacent to all of this that we're working on, you know, for people to get out here to get to work. The one big airport fits here perfectly, and then the big glass box train station, we can't see it right now, so our train's unlocked, but it fits perfectly right there, and then you just connect up the rails. But we'll probably wind up building an airport elsewhere. Like out here, honestly, would be a good spot for an airport. It's got a nice, long, open area that's relatively flat. Yeah, an airport would probably be good there. Get the runway right out here by the water. Airport right there. Or we could even tuck it in back here by these hills. Like, I could get a runway to go, like, right that way. That's not that tall of a hill to threaten the airplanes. Especially if we have them land this way. And then take off that way. Yeah, that would probably be good. I like that there's just waterfront everywhere on this map. Look at these beautiful beaches. It's a shame you can't really do much to build on this type of stuff. That is absolutely gorgeous. You know what? Since we're replacing trees, let's replace some trees. I want that. Let's do a better palm tree, new palm trees. Here. California palm. Boom. Done. And this one we will make. So the Corsican or Chinese windmill palm, I was looking for one right below it. We will make it the date palm or just regular coconut tree. Coconut tree would be nice. Yeah. Yes, I like it. I like it a lot. I think that looks better. I kind of like this banana bush. I think that's what. No, it's a palm plant. I kind of like it though. I don't think I'm gonna get rid of it. I've always liked that. It's one of the better vanilla things. Oh, pre-rolls are being blocked right now. Have I really been live for 2 hours? Feels like I've been playing half an hour. Yeah, that beachfront looks way better with these newer trees. Much, much better. Back to the city that I've been ignoring. Which is still upgrading, so I don't really want to do much with it. What I do want to do, though, is run to the restroom real quick and grab another Dr. Pepper. So we're just gonna get a nice little view of right here. Watch the traffic go by. And I'll be right back. Nope. Now I'll be right back. I'm gonna slow down time as well. Got a friend with me. Well, she was sitting there for the longest time, just fine. I switched scenes. She's like, "No, I'm not going to cooperate now." Like, you trying to choke me? No. Stay here, Lexi. Look at the camera. Go to my chair. He's calling to my chair. Look at the camera. Say hi. Ooh, angry kitty face. She's purring though. No, you don't want to say hi. But you're so pretty and everybody likes you. Oh, that's a good pose. That works. No, you're not gonna look at the camera anymore. It's like, nope, we're done. I've been pretty. I have been social kitty. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah? You sure about that? You're gonna fall. Lexi. Lexi, don't tear up my chair. Hey. 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 Where's my girl? Oh, I enjoy this little cat. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go send her out of the office so she doesn't get in any trouble. Well, I could sit here and just pet her for 2 hours. I'd be happy with that. But I don't think she'd put up with it. I really don't. I'll be right back. Alright, cool. So let's do something here. I still don't like how this is just sitting out there in the middle of everything, but I don't know how else to get like the good side of it. Unless I put it here on the corner. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. No, it's not. That puts the ugly side. Yeah, there's just not really a way to get this to go in there and look right. It's unfortunate. I want to just run a path through here. Just a path. It doesn't really matter which one. Let's go. I don't have any of the cool paths unlocked yet. That's sad. So I really don't want to use a park path. Oh, speaking of park path, I didn't, I forget. I'm going to put our young lindens in. There we go. Oh, I guess I'll just use a regular old concrete path then. Boring. Go off. We're going to start like here, and it's just going to kind of do this sort of thing all up and down through here. Come on, mouse. A couple sharper turns in here. And then end up right there, and then I want to make a connection here, right here, right by that, and then right here as well. Come on. No, I want you to go that direction. Please. Wow. It's like, nope. You cannot have a path there. Come on. Rude. Fine, I'll put it here. Whatever. Just a nice little walking path through the area. Since that's going to connect there anyway, let's just go ahead and formalize that a little bit better. Pretty sure they can get from one to the other here. Waiting to see somebody do it. And can you get from one to the other right there? Can you? Definitely can now because they overlap. Just nobody doing it. Nobody wants to walk that section of sidewalk. Oh well, at least they're using the sidewalk to build. And then we just want to throw some trees in here just to give some shielding to all of this. But I think we also want a fence right along this front side except for where the path is. Just safety type thing. And for that, I think we will use the new fence. Suburban fence. So you're just gonna run that right down here to about there. And do that again. Right here. And then right here and up this side here. I guess I ought to go up this side as well then. There you go. That gives a bit of safety. And I think that looks fine for that. You know, that would do a little bit of sound deadening. Not a lot, but a little. It would help. What will really help would be trees. And we're just going to go through and just kind of randomly place these. And then come back in and fill in wherever we need to fill in with other trees. Lots of trees. Don't want a ton of green space here. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to have a park right outside of there. And I guess I could maybe get away with putting a park in there, but it's only 4.5 tiles, so no, I couldn't, because none of the parks are that small. So not gonna worry about it. Let's get, since we've got these elsewhere on the map, let's get a few of the, what are you called? Eastern Cottonwoods. Just want this fairly densely filled with trees. And then we're going to throw in just a couple of jacardas, like on just some of our corners, just to kind of have a few signature trees. Maybe down here as well. Yep, that works. And then I'm going to throw in just a couple of these, just for some pops of color here and there. Not a lot. I'm going to use them very sparingly. And then we'll fill the rest of this in with the oak, because it's a nice big tree. Don't want to overhang onto the road too terribly much. We're really oak heavy in this end. Let's get this corner. I guess I forgot. Yep. And keep going, just a few more oaks. Oh, I like that. So, for these people on this street, when you look out your front door, you just see trees. You don't even see that busy road out there. So that's kind of nice. Granted, when you look out your back window, well, at least that's commercial, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. God, I wish. Like, I'm tempted to just run the street back here because, I mean, all the garbage pickups and everything. I'm not gonna mess with it. Gonna leave it alone. I like our little grocery store area. I think it's turned out very well. So what did we get at that last milestone? I did not look. City planning policies. Encourage biking. We got some good policies. A lot of roads. Bigger city services, bus stations, new parks. So let's get some of these policies, maybe. Well, maybe only one. Looks like we only need one. Don't really need to worry about filtering industrial waste because it's all out way out there anyway. Why does this stay open? Go away. There we go. It's really obnoxious. We're still getting a ton of people through that park. I like all of this pedestrian activity. In fact, let's go for a walk with this little girl. She's on her way to school. Oh, never mind. She's going that way. Let's find one that's going the right direction. Is anybody going that direction? You're going that direction. There we go. I just want to see what this area looks like. Oh, it's quite nice. You can see the buildings, and that would be good for that retail. With the road, you can hear the road, but you don't really see the road, except for, you know, where there's openings to get to it. Yeah, I like this. It's nice and shaded. It just works. Boy, I feel like we can do whole Dr. Pepper already in this stream. Yep, I like this whole area. It's dense. And that's what I wanted, was some density here, but I didn't want to do just our normal high density stuff. So I think this all works quite nicely. And we've got a nice Korean neighborhood. Oh, that's right, we weren't. I'm like, the little girl said she was going to school, but we weren't following her anymore. We were following somebody else. Not 100% certain what we're going to do down to this side, though I do want to start upgrading our roads. So I don't need a bike path there, because that's just road. No need for it at all. Down through here, I think there would be some merit to some bike paths to get back here. And then to get through here. And I'm going to go ahead and... No, I'm not going to bring it down one. They can have a bike path there. Let's keep it right here in the middle. Cool. Then, do we want to bring the bike path all the way to here? Yeah, let's bring it to just there. And then I think here we would only have just like a grassy median. I don't think there would be anything fancier. And then around back and the side, or around back especially, it can just be concrete. And then up here, I think we would want our trees. Yeah. That way we don't have trees blocking the view of the stores. But it's not just plain old blah either. So that works out well. And then I want to keep this looking consistent back here. Yes, I know I can hold down the mouse button to do a lot of them at once. But as we've established before, when I do that, I wind up upgrading roads I didn't want to upgrade. Or changing roads. Like I'd wind up getting rid of half these bike paths if I held it down. Because, you know, my mouse is garbage. Yeah, that's right. I'm blaming it on the mouse. So we might lose some buildings going into this. So let's do, yeah, so we're going to lose a couple buildings. Let's just do a bike connection on all of these. And have that come down in front of all this commercial. Got rid of my fence. Awesome. And then we'll have this side come down here by our schools. Then we will go one past park. bring that all the way down to here. Felt like I missed something there, but I guess not. And we'll bring it all the way out to that, and then we'll bring this up to meet it. That works. Hello, game. Thank you. And then here, we're going to go back into this area. Come back up like this here, and then right in the back side of the baseball diamond. So that as you're, riding your bike, you can get conked in the head with a ball. Yeah, that's what everybody wants. Get beat in the head with a baseball. So we lost one little bit of fence. Let's put that back. Well, let's finish upgrading our roads, because we may lose more. And I want to switch to... That's a building. Okay. I want to switch to this road. Yeah, we're going to lose even more fencing now, so... And probably some houses. Space already occupied by the, ooh, hello. By the park gate, and there... Okay, we're going to have to use anarchy for some of that. We'll come back to that idea. Now I want to get all this done. Yeah, I didn't lose those paths, though. That's something. We're just like ushering these cars just around the map. None of these roads have parking. Why are they such a weird color? I haven't changed any of my map lighting things. They're very faded. Maybe it's just this map. This map does have its own little theme that comes with it, which I think was the trees and stuff like that. What was back here that I couldn't? What's right there that it's space already occupied? Oh, that road's not connected from where we used the parallel road tool earlier. I did not even realize that. It looked like it was. Now it is. And that's what was keeping me from upgrading. Fair enough. There we go. Oof, we are taking out some homes back here, boy. Let's go ahead and use anarchy real quick and get this bit done that it doesn't want to let me do. Turn it back off? Yeah, turn it back off. So decimating our population here. And we messed up the grid quite a bit. It's weird that, like, it changed the grid somewhat. Could have sworn I had zoned there earlier. Maybe I didn't. Is there anywhere else that it messed things up? Nope. Alright, back to upgrading and losing more houses. I'm going to pause so that I can fix the zoning after. I don't want to start building on these teeny tiny lots that have been cut off. That one's that's the park entrance. Just anarchy that one a little bit. I feel like the bike path should get on here. Oh, we lost a path. switch back to this one. No, you can go there. You're fine. Trust me. Alright, so we got some fences and a path to fix. Don't really remember what you did, so you can go there. Let's actually fix the zoning and then fix paths. So everything's fine there, everything's fine there. Got lost a little there. Lost a little there. And up here. For the most part, the zoning's okay. So I guess we didn't really need to pause after all. Oh well. Everything else looks fine. Alright, cool. Unpause. Let's go fix our fences, because they're all gone now. So we're going to leave angle on and nothing else. And now it doesn't want to fit there. Of course not. Oh, come on. Oh, there's a fence there already. Okay. I'm like, don't do this to me. And it's like, I'm not doing anything to you, man. Angle. It's not, okay, so we're gonna have to pause, delete that, pick that up and put it right back down. It does not want to go where it was. There we go. And click the right button. Reconnect that and get rid of this ugly transition here. There we go. Lovely. Now I should be able to get away with fence here. No? Yeah. Got it. So, does the bell in the cemetery ring when somebody dies, or when the cemetery sends out a car? I've never really quite understood what it's signifying with the bell. Unless it's a Monty Python reference. Bring out your dead, but that's a totally different bell. As in high school, I watched that movie probably 25 times. Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail. So I'm going to have to do the same thing on this one. Move it wherever it'll go and then try to get it back. Oh, it doesn't want to go there. Well, we're going to make it go there. That. So last one, there we go. I don't have angle turned on or anything like that, do I? And try to get this to connect nicely. Turn the Mickey back off. Yeah, it's not going to be as simple. There we go. And almost done. Let's come down here, get the straight bit done, because that is the easy bit. This is where I want to angle. But this is not where I want to angle. Never mind. Way to there, maybe a little bit farther. Oh, it's going to start turning here. Oh, no, it does not want to turn. Says there's a road in the way. Where is there a road in the way? Are those two roads not connected? Let's get too far. There you go. Now those roads are connected to the cop coming out of there. Well, it gets our fences back in, and I think I got all the paths in that got deleted. There wasn't that many. Yeah, that works. Cool. Let's go. And then we've got to let all these houses rebuild that we lost. Ooh, okay, somehow I missed a bit of rezoning there. Just double checking. Yeah, I got it all now. Which decimated our demand for the time being. But what's our unemployment at? 5%. You know what? I don't want to do this whole area as green. I'm gonna move the school to here. Check anarchy back up. And we're gonna relocate once again all of these. And that's just gonna have to not have a pretty side showing. It's very sad. And we're gonna shrink up Applegate Heights here. And let it be just regular high density once we get the high-rise band. I think because the buildings are so repetitious, I think it would start looking weird if we kept going. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Do we have universities now? No, 6,500. Which is going to take a minute because I kind of killed houses that existed and the game was never happy when you do that. So I am going to build roads while we wait. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck off. Report. Spam. I don't know what's spam or a scam. It's there we go, and block. And yay! Bye. Why would I want bots watching? I have enough people who watch and don't ever say anything in chat. I want more. So, what are we going to do here as we get closer to this? I don't know how I feel about what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to come up with some sort of transition here. I think the better solution. I don't remember how far out the railroad needs to be, though. We don't get trains till what, 8,500? That sucks. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. For now, we'll go up here instead. Yeah, this is all just regular roads. Now, what did I do here? Looks like it's 1,200. Getting that to follow, like... That would work. That would work. This road is 1,500. Straight up like that. Yeah, that's gonna help this follow around better for this anyway. That's gonna, if I go straight out, that'll eventually bring me to like right here where I need it to be. If I curve it around, it'll be better. But what do I want to do back here? I kind of want to keep this going. If I can. I don't know that I'm going to get away with it. The railroad's going to get in the way for the last one, but that's okay. That's going to be where this curves around anyway. Maybe that could be part of where the train station sits. I don't know yet. Whoa, come back. Where'd we go? And let's just bring this at about that same angle to there. Does that look right? It's roughly the same curve. And then I think I can do what I was doing here. With all of this. So do you want the road guidelines? Go there and over. Up. How many did I do here? 100. And just keep this idea going here. Yeah, that's fine. And then we can make a connection here. And even though we don't need another connection through here, I'm going to make one anyway. And then we can leave this space back here just open. Or I could do something like this. That puts people right up against the railroad, though. You don't want that. I mean, it's bad enough that this one's already right up against it. We'll just leave all this space, then this can be when we figure out where our at-grade crossings are going to go. This can kind of be something, I don't know what, but we'll figure it out. Anything I could just come off like that. Stop stuttering. Driving me crazy game. Alright, more water pipes. Yeah, just freehand them, maybe. That one wants to connect to a weird spot. Whatever, we'll let it. We'll allow it. There. Up. If I'm lucky, I'll get pretty good coverage just doing this. But I can already see there's going to be some gaps. Back here, we need to get this area covered. There, and up. We're gonna have to overlap again. Boo. Oh no, that got it all cool. Then here, if I just bring this connection across, that should fill in all that. Yeah. That gets all of that covered. And our population's slowly bouncing back, but it's definitely taking a minute. Do it. It's not a bad looking little town, though. It's definitely different from what I normally build. And different's good, usually. So we need some trees just to fill in this area. I could do like a walking path back here, but I really don't see the merit to it. I think if anything, we would just want to make that feel a little more secluded. So I'm gonna just grab a selection of trees like that. Come over here. And plop these down a few times in a few different orientations. Until I've got the coverage that I want. I could make a forest brush, but I may eventually. We'll probably be playing this city for a while. That's good. And then I just kind of want to go through these neighborhoods where there's gaps. Yeah, it's starting to look funky. I don't care for it. I'll have to make a forest brush. Whoops, sorry. Delete your house. I mean, the density is over K is okay over here. Over K. Except I just realized we lost some zoning, so I'm gonna kill those houses and then rezone it back in. And my eyes are itchy. Probably something to do with, you know, playing in a, not playing, but being in a house that a tornado had gone through. I'm wondering if I have a brush for this map since I've played on it before. I don't remember what this was called the last time I played it. But it wouldn't be the same anyway because we've changed them out. So let's just make a new one. It's supposed to be called Santa Vegas. We'll stick with that name for now. Santa Vegas. It's where it's the Vegas that all the Santa Clauses go to gamble. Heard it here first. That has live oaks. And that's our predominant tree. So we're going to give it a probability of like 50%. And then it has, let's see if I can remember the name of the other two. We're just going to keep scrolling until I see them. Okay, never mind. They're not down here. Horse chestnut, that's one of them. Okay, I didn't realize I was actually painting as I was scrolling over there. Yeah, it looks like I may have added more trees here too. Let's get rid of that. Oh, we killed the plant. Oh well. Horse chestnut was one of them. We'll put that. So we've got 50% remaining. We'll make this 30, and then the other one was that tall one. What's that one called? Eastern Cottonwoods. You'll get 20%. All right, so yep, that's all of them. That works. Cool. So let's bring our size way down. Maybe not that small. And just fill this area back in again. And then we can fill in these neighborhoods where there's a lot of empty spots. Maybe. It's not wanting to put a whole bunch of trees down, is it? Hear my cat outside. You know what? She had her chance to be in here, dang it. She didn't take it. So there, we'll leave a grassy space there to play, and then 2 right there. I'm going to do something a little more formal over in the cemetery area, so I'm not going to go in there just yet. Hi, Lexi. And then here behind the elementary school, make this look a little more park-like. Wait, does not want to put a tree in that corner. There. Bring this on up the side. Now, back here, okay, we would want something to screen off this park from the surrounding neighborhood. And I think the something that we want is over here. If I can find it. I just can't think of what it's called. Like, the name is... I just searched for it, but the name is... The tall, skinny tree. Almost looks like a tall shrub. What are they called? Junipers! There we go. I think that a nice row of junipers down through here. Just to shield these. And honestly, I might want to plant these and then use the prop line tool. I'll see. Looks like doing it this way. But you'd want them pretty dense. You could even make the argument for a fence here. I think the trees will be sufficient. Yeah, I think one more in between each one still. Just a nice thick row of them. It's not only, you know, provides some shielding from the lights, but also keeps your windows from getting smashed by pop flies. What are they called? What? Pop flies when they pop up really high. I think that's what they're called. It's been a while since I baseballed. Come on, let me get away with one right there. Not gonna push my luck. And then I think the same thing down this side. However, you're going to grab just these trees. Usually, I'm just going to copy that or rotate it around and paste it down. There you go. Yeah, I think that makes that area feel a lot better. Definitely, yeah. Gives plenty of screening for the houses. Wish there was a way to get rid of these sprites that pop up through everything. I think there is. I just don't know what it is. All I know is it really annoys me. And then I want to make this back here a little more dense. There's no signage on the back of the store, so I don't see any need to make that super visible. I just want to add a nice bit of green there as you're coming into town. You just see the green, and even when you come around the corner, you can see some of the buildings, but it's mostly occupied by these trees, which I deleted some of earlier and now need to fix. Oh, this is fun. Placing all these by hand. I don't know how far apart they were. I think I'm doing about the same thing. Maybe not quite, but close enough. And then it looks like there's a few bushes just scattered around as well. Okay, now I've completely lost my bearings. Where was the part I just added back? Over here. The stuttery game got me. That looks good. I don't know if those rocks would be there. It seems like that would be an accident waiting to happen. Somebody missed that and hit it. Pop a tire. I just noticed that our lane arrows are incorrect here. We do not want people using this as a U-turn. Which means that one's fine. That one needs fixed. There we go. I guess we could solidify that this way. That would probably be better. Yeah, that's better. I don't like that there's a node right there next to that. Not ideal. So let's upgrade this bit into that road, and then the rest of it with the bicycle lane road. What do you mean I can't upgrade to that type? Okay, for some reason using the picker mod wouldn't let me do it, but selecting it by hand, it's fine. Cool, so that gets all of our roads upgraded, and our population still hasn't rebounded. Back up to the 4,400. That's a bit annoying. We've got all the same amount of zoning. But I guess it's because we lost... Well, no, we've still got about half of our level 3 homes. So I guess I'll put some more in. But we need to get some more commercial in a few key spots. I never put a playground over here for this park. Or for this school. What am I thinking? We'll give them a small one. That'll help with the entertainment value there and get some land value up. Ooh, actually, if I did the large one, that would be even better. What did I just hit? I don't know. I turned my mic down. There we go. Turn it back up. I bumped the dial on the way. The game's going to get really loud for a minute. There, that should be good. Yeah, if we do the bigger one, that would get us even better entertainment value over here. So we're going to do that. Cool. And then I guess that means we'll do the paths. Just leave this area undeveloped. Run one that way, and then this one doesn't want to operate. Over there, and we'll connect right there. Ooh, what happened there? Okay, we will not do that because that was tragic. Fill in this area with some trees, except it doesn't like it, so we'll do it by hand. Lovely. All right, well then let's figure out where we want to do another strip of commercial. I think right up through here would be good because it's right off the collector. But we need some back in this area as well. Not a lot. Definitely some. So let's go just in this corner. Then we can do a lot of residential for the rest of this. Maybe get back up to the milestone that we were at. Oh crap, I just realized the time. I have to leave in 22 minutes. Fill all this in. We should still have enough school coverage. Oh yeah, by a long shot. That Heart of Korea school has huge capacities. So that's taking care of our demand for now. Let's get this all to grow in and see what we get. Don't want to do anything more out over there yet. We're going to want to do high density with a high-rise ban on. Why does that keep popping up? Forest brush. I guess I was back in the forest brush, wasn't I? I was. Yeah, I like that we've got a few green spaces here in the park, but I wonder if we shouldn't line this edge with something. Let's move that out to here. I think that'll look better. Yeah, that'll look better. So it's not when I open the forest brush tool that pops up. I don't know what keeps making it pop up. No clue. Let's like our education as people move in. Yep, we're good. So we have buses, we have trolley buses, and we have trams opened up to us. And of course we have airport areas, but we're a long way off. We're building an airport like a long way off. We put taxis in, but what's the point? I don't think I've put mail in, have I? I have not. Oof, okay. Let's get a couple post offices in here. Go for one there. And we'll go for another one over here on this corner. Take out that business. So that's not facing the right way. It's important that it faces the right way, damn it. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of all that. And redo it so the buildings are spaced properly. I could bring a path in behind all this. Maybe. If I'm really careful. That was kind of perfect. Road curves ever so slightly. So I gotta be careful with this. And then here I'm not so sure. But that almost warrants bringing in connections through here. Since that's a really long block. Same thing here. I might just... No, I'm not going to delete that. So let's just go off of there. I mean, space already occupied by... Oh, wait. What? No. What is that? Oh, it's a medical clinic. This is already occupied. My bad. So let's change our minds here on that and go back this way. Connect, please. Thank you. There. That works? That works. And that should help with our biking in the city as well. Just give pedestrians a bit more. I kind of like the way... I mean, if some of the if we could get the businesses to like front this, it would almost look like its own little pedestrian area. As is, it just looks like the alley for the trash truck, which I guess is fine. Well, these parking lots. I don't know if the grocery store is popular, but the parking lots for this area are really popular. And the grocery store itself, not very popular. 21 customers in a week. That's hopefully you're going to stay in business very long. There are Whole Foods. I know it doesn't say Whole Foods, but it looks like Whole Foods. Let's get just a couple more trees up in here. Yeah. It's the only way it can, I think, get people to actually visit and park there is by giving it an entertainment value. There, that shields that a little bit more. Still need to do something down here. What happened to all my... Where did those disappear when I... You know what? We're gonna bring this around the corner. Maybe. I don't know what happened to everything. My trees and things that I had here just all vanished. And now let's change this out to Young London. Need something down the side. I just don't know what. Oh, I never put in the biking path road here. Don't do that. Let's just... Oh my god, fuck off brush options. Jesus Christ. Why don't you go away when your corresponding tool goes away? Turn off collisions just right there. So don't lose that path. there. And then I want... Nope, that's not what I meant to do. I want this. Thank you. Oh, I know. And you like click on a car to see who it belongs to, and they're literally halfway across the city. It's like, sir, you left your car. Are you aware of this? Oh, there's palm trees over here. They used palm trees. Okay, so we've got the nice grassy bit coming into town. I don't think we need trees there. And then it picks up trees where there are bike paths. And I don't think we're going to get back up to the next milestone. 6,500? Yeah, maybe. It does get us our schools. We might get there. We still have really, really strong residential demand, too. There's why I don't like using the paintbrush tool to start building before I finish zoning their lots. And it's annoying. Let's see what that does. We've still got this area over here as well. Which I kind of want to have something here on this in the town. Let's go with this to start with. Just the arch. I like it at the entrance to the town. And then let's see if we can't get the friendly neighborhood park in here. We can. I kind of like it to be visible from the entrance here. But then that park wouldn't be a very serene place to go. Yeah, never mind. I've changed my mind. Live over there. Why do we have all this stopping? Oh, because I missed a traffic light earlier. Shouldn't be any more down through here. Yeah, we're good. Right now, with the size of the city, we just don't need any traffic controls. That was thunder. I thought it was supposed to be clear till Tuesday. Oh no, we're getting storm and great. Just as I have to go out, we're getting a storm. 100% chance of rain from 80% at 8 and at 9 and 10. I'll probably be home about like 9:30. Tired of driving in the rain. I don't get how that's only 83%. I guess over here is... Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. Oh, there's a traffic light there that I didn't squish earlier. Part of the problem. So, oh, I never upgraded their roads over here. Bless their hearts. Yeah, we don't need these traffic lights. That's just dumb. We also need to fix this. And then that one, yeah, that one's good. Let's fix these roads before we wrap it up here. Well, not fix, but upgrade them. Don't tell me what to do, bot. Doesn't really matter if I hold it down over here. I want these to all be the exact same road. Oh no! Something that got deleted. I don't even know what it was. What was there? Now we can see the stuff that was inside. I think it was just another one of these buildings. Just turned around. To hide all this stuff. Right about there. I don't really know. Is that what was there? No clue, but it looks better now. Fuck her off. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I don't get what it is with this theme. Yeah, more thunder. So we do have all demands slowly creeping back up, but we are not going to get to our next milestone. And even if we did, I wouldn't have time to do anything with it. So where are we? Yeah, 6,500. That's 1,300 more people. And we'd have to zone that in probably to get to it. So I will, real quick, grab our forest brush and just fill in these open areas. Never did anything with the cemetery. Oh well. I'll have to wait till next time. There. What a lovely, lovely little town. The owner, Garments, they're Garments Limited. They're doing deliveries somewhere. Let's see where they go. Just follow them. Get a nice first-person view of the town. There is a fire in the distance. What are you gonna do? Lots of repetition in those buildings. It's the best. Oh God! Wait, you can't do U-turns there. I thought U-turns were outlawed. You're just riding your bike. So if you wanted to go in there, wait, why did you just not turn left? Is there not a left-hand turn lane there? No, there is. There totally is. Why did you just not turn left there? Was there something back here on the roundabout preventing that? Nope. You are free to change lanes in any of those nodes. You could have changed lanes anywhere. There. There. That's really weird. Also, there's actually 3 nodes there. It's just there's no arrow there, it looks like. That's weird. I don't know what's up with that. I do not know what is up with that. But I like this area. I'm just pleased with this. That alone makes me quite happy. It's this whole little shopping district. I think it looks fantastic. I also think that it is time for me to wrap up. I have to leave in just a few minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and call it right here. We're not going to do a raid. I just don't have time to do the raid, go over, say hi and all that. And I hate doing a raid when I can't stick around and chat for a little bit. I just think it's rude. I always hate it when people raid and their chatters chat with me, but that person never says anything. I don't know. I don't like it, so I don't like doing it. Anyways, I'll be back live when I can. 2 weeks from today, however, the Sunday stream will be a community stream, and it will be on YouTube. Because 2 weeks from today is my 8-year anniversary on YouTube. I hard to believe I've been doing this bullshit for 8 years. Anyway, so that will happen, and I'll just do a regular Saturday stream on Twitch that week. Next weekend, I do have a family obligation on Dead Jesus Day, or Jesus Isn't Dead Day. I don't know. I can't keep up with the religion anymore. So I don't know what that means for next Sunday stream and how long I'll be doing family stuff. But I don't, I get roped into doing it, even though I don't celebrate religious holidays. But we'll figure it out. Stay tuned on Twitter and Discord there and there to know about that, and make sure you're subscribed on YouTube. I will see you guys later. Have a good one, everybody.